Hello and welcome to the Unsorted podcast. As we say each week, this broadcast is loosely Lego related, and I'm your host for this tomfoolery. I'm the Brickkeeper. My name is Sam Jones. Tonight we reach episode 16 of season 2, and this will be the last of the season. My co-hosts, who I'll shortly introduce to you, have chosen me to top and tail with them this magnificent season, which started 210 days ago. Can you really believe it? It's been that long. And it's included highlights such as the aroused observational reptile back when I was in Florida for a few weeks, a deep dive into packaging and waste, and the Mr. and Mrs. game, and purist or tourist. Now, as ever, I will insert a disclaimer before I allow my potty mouth friends to join me. If you're thinking of popping this podcast on while the little ones are in earshot, think again. Unless you fancy explaining to young Oliver why Uncle Joe keeps referring to his dodgy builds as a downfall of Western civilization, or what exactly a bin fire of a weekend entails, leave it alone. This show is about suitable for kids as Weatherspoons at 11 p.m. on a Friday evening. Parental discretion is advised, unless you're cool with awkward questions and some very colourful language making its way into show and tell. All right, folks, let's do it. Let's see who's here to join me for tonight. First up, hold on to your resistors and prepare for some high voltage banter. I can see he's getting excited already and it worries me. He's an electrical engineer from the land of oversized snacks and undercooked tea. Yes, I'm talking about America. When he's not wiring up brilliance or dropping knowledge like it's 110 volts in a 220 world, he's going nuts. He's probably enjoying some alone time with the secret lives of Mormon wives. Joining us today is the one, the only, Joe from Skylab Bricks.
Yeah, baby. 50 hertz versus 60 hertz. Let's talk about that, huh? It's not a 220 world or a 110 world. It's a 50 versus 60 hertz, my friend. How you doing?
I'm all right, thanks, mate. How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm chewing on this phrase you said, topping and tailing. Is that a sexual position?
It can be.
Doggy style from...
No. You know, it's like...
Okay, all right, yeah.
Well, I'll explain. Anyway. Craig will help me explain it. We'll do some imagery.
Wonderful.
I just want to say thank you for not fucking up my intro like I fucked yours last weekend, you know.
What? I can't hear... Sam?
Yeah.
Sam.
Yeah.
What does that mean? That means peace, right? Peace to all my British friends.
Oh, dear.
Okay.
Right. Let me bring in our second host. And complimenting our podcast wet dream team, straight from the mystical land of dragons, daffodils, and suspiciously high sheep-to-human ratios, we have the legendary Cut the Craggle. He's Welsh, he's witty, and he's got more Lego minifigures than most people have functional socks. If it's got a tiny plastic face and a questionable accessory, he probably designed it. He's the reason your minifigs sleep with one eye open, and the only man who considers a Lego cape a fashion statement. Give it up for the minifig master himself, Cut the Craggle.
Hello! Good afternoon, good evening, good night.
Hello, good sir. How are you today?
I'm doing good. These intros, man. You said mine were eclectic.
I think note for the next season is Sam's not allowed to do 10-minute long intros anymore.
I have you note the counter says 4 minutes 40, so fuck you.
Yeah, I don't think Joe is in any position to tell anyone not to talk for too long.
Right, because I sit there going, Sam, are you there? Sam?
Let me just sit here and talk for
Craggle.
5 minutes about how I'm an electrical engineer.
Craggle, did he freeze? He just froze.
I can hear him.
I can hear him, but he's frozen.
Can hear oh, that's
yes.
I can hear you, but your face is just frozen in this
shit-eating grin. Just say it. It's a shit-eating grin.
We'll we'll just do that for now then. I'll just carry on talking. Right. Until my camera decides what it's going to do, you're going to stick with my little avatar thing.
I don't want to
okay.
be the only thing moving.
You won't be, and trust me. Once we
Okay,
get to
okay.
we got the game first, haven't we? So
Okay. Wait.
But first off, let's see how are you guys doing? You guys doing all right?
I'm doing okay. It's a bit rainy outside right now, so just in the basement. Oh my God, Craggle.
For those of you who can't see, are not watching the live stream and are on the podcast only version,
Craggle changed his avatar to me making sweet love to my microphone, treating it like the woman she is.
I have no words. I think that's
deeply
brilliant.
respecting her.
It's just because me and Sam were talking when he joined, and he thought, "Oh, I'm not part of this conversation, so I'm going to pretend that my microphone is a big hairy nutsack, and I'm going to lick and tickle it, and no one's paying attention to me." Little did he know that I was taking screenshots.
Huh?
We were both paying attention, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh.
Gotta fondle the mic taint.
Exactly, AJ. You gotta fondle the mic taint.
AJ in there with the gotta fondle the mic taint, which is a good point. Actually, we should say hello to everybody who's there in chat this evening. That's
Yes,
AJ,
hello, everyone.
Mrs. Craggle. There's a guy called Cut the Craggle. I don't know if either of you know him because I just see two Joes on my screen. So yes, thank you all for coming along and joining us. And well, shall we get into it?
Taking screenshots or back shots. I love it.
Oh.
Yeah, man. Let's get into it.
So tonight we're going to talk about what's your POV. Now, we're definitely not talking about that sexy bedroom position you and Mrs. Skylab have been thinking up, Joe.
Mm.
You know,
The
the one with that dodgy
configuration
bed that you sent me.
the configuration management meetings have been epic. The documentation alone is taking up gigabytes of space. Anyway.
So we're going to find out how reviews have impacted your Lego buying habits. Have you ever wanted to leave a review after completing a shockingly abysmal set? But first, we can't do this without...
Do you hear that sound?
What
that sound coming from... I hear coming down from the sky. A voice.
What is it, Joe?
It's booming. It's time for the goddamn game. Do I have to dance every time?
No. You don't have to dance, Joe.
Okay.
So, it's time for the goddamn game. And
say that again. The goddamn
game.
goddamn game. And as I am your evil show bidding host this evening, we have one of my classic games designed by me and the missus. Or maybe just the missus, depends on your point of view.
Again, we're not sure you're just your girlfriend in disguise. We don't know that.
I mean, who knows? I've got my camera turned off today. So we're going to play Name the Set Review Edition. So the way this is going to work, you're going to see a quote from these sets that have been reviewed on the Lego website. Okay? So you're going to see a review from the Lego website. It will include the person's name who submitted it, because obviously that's just a random username. And I don't want to get in trouble for copyright, even though some of these things might be slightly derogatory. So you're going to see a quote. You're going to see three options, and I want you to give me your option. You know, there's no... you don't need to buzz. I'll come to each of you, and you tell me what your choice is, okay?
Okay.
So,
sounds good.
First one. Yep, let me get my pen and paper, because
I brought one this time. So
I'm a prepared individual, unlike some hosts.
What's the... Okay, I gotta write this down. -10 points on next game for Sam. He can go fuck himself in the face. Okay, anyway.
So, name the set.
Okay.
Absolute rip-off. Set doesn't include an iceberg, and I have to build one separately. This was submitted by Night Gutsy Snail 103.
Is that like a pen name for Space Time Brick Studio?
Seriously. Absolute rip-offs.
So,
Man,
what set is this person talking about? So
The
lovingly.
Titanic, gotta be.
the Titanic. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Okay. So yes, it is the Titanic set.
Oh, we had options.
Yeah,
I
kind
don't
of
think you
backfired.
should. I don't think you should give options if it's that easy, bud. No.
Oh, it might. This was the first one. If you didn't get
Okay,
this was
alright.
kind of like, we're all screwed, really.
Pickaxe Mine,
Okay.
Bluey's Beach and Family Car Trip, or See Titanic. Yeah, See Titanic.
Okay.
Craggle, what would Bluey's Beach and Family Car Trip do with an iceberg? What would they have? Why would they have that there?
Maybe they just wanted some lettuce for their sarnies. I don't know.
Iceberg.
Well done. That's good.
We tied on that one, man. But give it to Craggle. That was a good joke.
I
That
mean,
was a good
yeah,
one.
just
Yeah.
for the
Just
the
give him a
iceberg
point for
letting
that
pun.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Name the set. Next one. This is a wordy review.
Okay.
This set is decent and has some amazing building techniques, but I received duplicate bag 28s and was missing bag 23. If I'm paying $1,000 for a Lego set, I expect the quality control to be good. This same thing happened to a few months back with me on the $80 Battle of Hogwarts Harry Potter set. My view of Lego has taken a serious dent with these recent purchases, and this was by a chap called Aberon. Now, my only problem with this, $1,000. Who the fuck
Who
says that?
says that? Just say $500, you wordy bitch. What's going on?
So, what's
Dirty bitch. We could just nickname Sam that for his intro.
oh dear?
And now it's time for that word.
Now it's time for that wordy bitch, Sam Jones.
Sam Jones. Okay.
So,
By the way, Sam, you sent me something on Instagram 24 minutes ago. It's just come through now. I'm like, what the fuck?
oh, there you go. Yeah.
AJ, I'm a thousandaire. Yes, AJ, you are.
John, this does ring a bell because I remember talking to
Okay.
someone and they said that they had to send they worked in a Lego store and they said they had to send a bunch of sets back because
they were
they
missing.
potentially had missing bag 28. And then when they asked them, how do we send them back? Have they got a shipping label? Lego basically said to them, oh, do you know what? Just have them. So what they're currently doing is each month, like the best employee, they're like they get like a raffle of the top 5 employees who get the best feedback or something, and then they get one of these sets.
Wow.
And I think,
Minus bag 28.
I think it's Rivendell. I think.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
I
shall we
want to
have a
see
look
the
at
choices.
So, you've got the Avengers Tower,
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Lord of the Rings Rivendell, or the Disney Castle.
Yeah, well, you know what I'm going with.
Homeboy answered before.
Yeah, does that mean I get 2 points?
Do you know what? I'm considering it because that's an impressive memory recall you've got there.
Yeah, I know. So I mean, I would agree that it is B, but yeah, whatever.
Only because I said it.
I
No,
mean,
because I know those other two aren't $500.
well, they're close.
They're close, but like when I look at the Lord of the Rings Rivendell, that is the one Lego set where I go, no, that costs $1,000.
Oh, Jerry.
No, I know correct. I go, do you know that set? That costs $250,000.
That's a quarter of a 2-ton note.
2-ton note. So, yes.
If
the
I'm
answer is
paying
okay.
1/10 of $10,000, no, wait, 1/20th. Sorry, I got my fractions information from the Americans there.
Yeah, it's just elf math. I love it.
AJ with it, just elf math, brilliant. So yes, Craggle, I am going to give you 2 points because you answered before the options because you're a fucking legend.
God
And Joe,
damn.
Joe, you
I'm
just get
following the rules, okay?
rules are made to be broken.
Fucking legends make their own rules.
Yeah, exactly.
Jeez.
Okay. Name the set. Now, this is personally one of my favorite reviews I've seen so far.
Okay.
The build experience is comparable to a prison shower.
The building experience is comparable to a prison shower. Liam, are you talking from experience? Like,
Oh, God.
is this actually on Lego.com?
This is actually on Lego.com.
They haven't taken this down.
No, they have not
Okay.
taken this down.
Okay, sir, give us the choices, because I have
so
an idea.
Oh, I think I might know this one.
Okay.
the choices are Jango Fett's Fireprey class starship,
Okay.
No.
the Italy postcard, or the Hogwarts TM castle, the main tower.
Oh, okay, that's not what I thought it was then.
Yeah, you know what?
Okay. I thought it was going to be something that was have like loads of repetition in it or something. I don't know, but
You know what? I'm gonna go with the Hogwarts.
is that
Okay.
because the main tower looks a bit like a phallic symbol?
Absolutely. It could be a very, very heavy rocket very quickly.
Yeah, I reckon it's going to be C. I can't imagine.
But think about
Imagine it's
it.
gonna
Think
be
about
A or B.
having to build a postcard scene of Italy.
We have talked about the Italy postcard and how shit it is. But
Yeah.
I don't know.
We
You
did.
know, I feel like it's going to be like, oh, it was crap. You know, a prison shower. Like,
It's a bold statement to make, isn't it?
That is a very bold statement indeed. Yes.
Yeah.
And I mean, it gives. I have follow-up questions for Liam.
Yep.
I'm
So-
going to say C as well. Though this means we're going to be tying all the time.
Okay.
Hold on. I got to write this down. Continue to be suspicious of all Liams. Okay, go for it.
So the answer, unfortunately, gentlemen, you were both wrong. It was the Jango Fett Fire Spray class starship.
What? I mean,
Yeah.
I
Why?
haven't built mine yet, but from what I understand, most people say the building was actually really enjoyable.
Huh.
So
Wow.
this comes on to the main subject of the topic we'll get to later. Liam disagrees. He thinks it's comparable to a prison shower. Obviously, man has this experience of both.
Plot twist, Liam likes prison showers.
Now let's not
Okay.
kink shame here. Let us not
Exactly.
kink shame. This was a positive review.
I will just clarify and say this was a 1-star review,
Interesting. Okay.
not 5 stars.
Um,
So no points for that one,
okay. All right.
unfortunately.
All right.
Name the set. Super cool idea, especially since you can put other little things in the balls. The only thing that I do not like is the minifigures.
This
Well,
is a man.
about-
This
a
is
capsule toy thing.
yeah. This is the gumball machine, and this is a man after my heart.
I had a question when I saw this review.
Mhm.
Joe, is this your alter ego on Lego.com? Lego.
No. Because see, when I get that, I'm gonna turn it into a blender.
Yeah, Joe's alternate accounts. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
So, is it the current CMF series? The minifigure vending machine?
Yeah.
Or Disney Pixar Luxo Jr.?
Who came up with these choices? No, the choices make it obvious.
Yeah,
I mean-
it's the vending machine.
I mean, I when I came up with the choices, man, I did try and find other things that had minifigures and balls in. It was
I mean, you could have picked like some of the Sonic sets. They have like the balls that you put the figures in, and then you fire them across the room.
The only thing I do not like is the minifigures. That is hilarious.
But you were both right. It
Okay.
is the minifigure vending machine.
I do want that set really badly.
It-
I want it in equal parts for the minifigures and because the build seems really cool.
Crazily, I kind of like the build. It's a great idea. I like it.
I mean,
But it would be even funnier if I made it taller and turned it into a blender, right?
You know, what you could do is you could put like little sort of like sexy treats in the balls, and you use that then to pick what you and your wife are going to get up to tonight.
oh,
Sir,
like
I
sexy
already
dice.
have sexy treats in my balls. What are you talking about?
That's probably the single greatest thing you've ever said.
Emily, don't listen to this episode.
That's probably the worst thing we've ever said concerning your wife on this podcast.
Joe, that's going to be on TikTok tomorrow. You know that, yeah?
Oh, I wish we had a clip of the brittle like my marriage.
Brittle like my marriage. Oh, okay. She's on. She's listening.
Too late. Emily has entered the chat.
Oh, dear.
Emily's in the chat. Oh, no.
do you know what? Oh, dear.
Okay. Well,
I mean,
some weirdo named Unicorn Doris says, "Why buy it if you don't like minifigures?" Though it's it's a cool, fun thing. But yes, you can put stuff besides minifigures in there.
Balls can take anything these days.
Oh, God.
Sexy treats.
You'd hope that we get more highbrow as the show has gone on, but no. We're still right there.
No.
We know where we are. We know where we want to be. It's fine.
Wow.
In the gutter.
Oh.
Right. So you both got a point for that. So
for which we will all lament.
Yeah. Name this set.
Okay.
$210 for how tiny this set feels is just ridiculous and pure greed. The amount of stickers in this set is absurd also. The orange roof pieces are so fragile that when you pick up the set to move it or open it, there is always one or two roof pieces that just fall off. For $210, I'd expect a bigger set. This feels like a $150 set max. Stickers and price aside, it is a fun build and looks cool on a shelf, without the stupid grey roof thing. I like that it completes the roof, it just looks stupid. I took mine apart and displayed the set without it. And this was by a Macho Elephant 065.
Orange and grey roof?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay. I have an idea of what it is, but let's see what our options are. Okay. Okay.
The Simpsons Krusty Burger. Mario Kart.
Why is it going to be a Mario Kart?
Sherlock Holmes book Nook.
It's going to be the Krusty Burger.
Yeah, I agree with that one.
This game is so... like the options. What the hell?
This is one of the funniest games we've played, but...
I mean, you're all scoring points.
I didn't expect it to be this easy, but the multiple choice, just honestly... This is the kind of test you give to someone when they're thick as shit, but you want them to feel good about themselves.
Thick as shit.
So, let's put it this way. You both got it right.
Yeah,
it is the Krusty Burger set. The man does not like the roof.
Yeah.
And do you know what? What's a building without a roof? Not a building.
It's a water tank.
I mean, I don't know.
I just want to know, why do they decide to call themselves Macho Elephant? Are there any other kinds of elephants, you know?
Even a baby elephant is pretty damn macho.
Yeah.
I mean, it was Steamroller either of any of us. So, next set. Okay. Too expensive. The boulders do not fall every time, or as they are supposed to. The zip line is in the way. It's trip hazard for small person who would likely be sitting in the middle. Other train sets at lower price point by £50 with better playability. Very disappointed. And this was by Subtle Pencil 088.
You mean there's 87 other people called Subtle Pencil?
Yes.
No.
I mean,
No,
if
the
all
88.
three options aren't train sets, then this is going to be really easy.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
for you, Central Train Station,
Okay.
Explorer's Arctic Polar Express train, or the Orient Express train.
Well, it's not the Orient Express because I have that and that has no boulders in it.
Yeah, I'm going with B on this one.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to go with B.
Okay. The answer is B, the Arctic Explorer's Arctic Polar Express train. Now, the bit that has me intrigued here is he wants to put a small person in the middle of this train set.
Yeah, but also, who would be likely sitting in the middle? Like, who?
I mean,
who has basically calculated the probability of having a small person in the middle of a Lego set? And by small person, we are not meaning a minifigure. We are meaning an actual human being, right?
right.
Yeah,
right.
I would
So,
make that assumption, yes.
so joking aside, yeah, we got, when Clark was just a wee lad, we got him a Lego train set. We built it for him, and then we got extra track because, oh boy, did he sit in the middle of all the track and just play with it for hours and hours and hours, and it was wonderful. That's what popped into my head the first. Anyway,
I do like how he pointed out that a key feature as well, i.e. the zip line that goes from one side to the other, is a trip hazard for the small person.
very disappointed. Wow.
Emily, Autistic Pencil 88.
Said with love.
Oh,
Oh boy.
Right. Okay. Last
one.
slide and last review. Name this set, and this is the review.
Okay.
It isn't a realistic depiction. It wasn't on fire.
Oh my god. I know what this is.
This is written by Duke Suspicious Phone 104. Now,
Yep.
the options are... Joe, I'm going to give you an opportunity for a bonus point to get those 2 points and potentially tie yourself with Craggle.
It's gotta
You
be.
going for
it's
it?
gotta be the It's gotta be the Notre Dame Cathedral.
Okay. Options are Statue of Liberty, Matthew's Fire Chameleon,
Okay.
or Notre Dame.
I mean, with the state of America right now, it could be A.
You know, it could be. Yeah, I'm going with C.
Go with C. Okay, Joe, I will. If you get it right, I will honor it. Craggle.
Yeah, I'm going with C.
Okay. The answer is C. It was Notre Dame, and yes,
Okay.
these are all genuine reviews that are still live on the Lego website because we literally looked at them yesterday or this morning to confirm that they are all still there. So
That's hilarious. Oh god.
feel free to have a look and have a laugh. But yes, that was it. Thank you for playing, everyone.
So I remember seeing on Reddit a few years ago when it burned down, someone like took a picture and like the gold cross inside was still in one piece, like it hadn't melted or fallen down or anything. And someone was like, "Look, it's a miracle. The cross is still up. It hasn't melted." And the first response was, "Yeah, but the rest of the cathedral burnt down." Wait, why am I in the background?
Oh, it's because it's a picture of you doing your mic tainting fondling. Now, scores on the doors. There was some scores. They happened. Joe, you got 8 points.
Yes, I did.
Which means Craggle, you got 9 points. You are today's winner.
Woo!
It's only because I gave him that extra point.
I mean, you started that trend, but you did claim one back for yourself.
Yeah, I did.
How many points did I give Joe on the Mr. and Mrs. and then I ended up losing?
I mean, you did give him
true.
literally all of the points.
Yeah, that was a little odd. Dude, those reviews are fucking hilarious. And you didn't grab a review of the Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh God!
No, do you know what? This is what I was going to say. I wanted to put one in, but the reviews on that were mainly about the price and the stickers, not about the amount of 1x1s and the enduring torture you have to go through.
Oh God, that set.
Which again, this is the whole.
That set was like a prison shower.
Yes, it was.
And we live streamed it as well.
Wasn't it like 3 hours, that live stream?
Oh.
And that was the beginning of the precipitous decline of your audienceship, wasn't it?
Pretty much. That and the time I almost passed out live on a stream because I hadn't eaten all day.
Oh yes.
I remember that. That was the Daily Bugle, wasn't it?
That was Daily Bugle, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, there's your problem. It was the Daily Bugle set.
It was a massive set, but we did that on a hot day though, didn't we? We did that on like one of the hottest days, and it's a ridiculous idea that was, but got done. But going back to the Sonic Green Hill Zone, this is the whole kind of topic of it. If you had known that there were all those 1x1s in there, and you'd have to spend 3 hours on a live stream putting it together, and it had stickers, would you have bought it?
I think I would have done, just because I'm such a huge Sonic fan, and at the time, besides Lego Dimensions, it was the only Lego Sonic. It was the only Lego Sonic set. We didn't know we were going to get a theme going forward. Mm-hmm. So for me, it was one of those things where I was locked in just because of my love for the IP. But I would have liked a heads up of just how tortuous the experience would be, though.
Wow! Did you actually count how many 1x1 plates there were in the whole thing?
I think we did at the time. I think we looked at I think we didn't count. I think we just looked in the instructions on there. But yeah, and it was so bad because it was at a time where I think about 5-6 weeks prior we'd had sets released that had the new brick that is 2 plates high.
Yeah,
right.
They could have used that, but they chose not to. They chose just to basically have you constantly putting 2 1x1 plates on top of each other. Just horrendous.
One after the other.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. And
2 in one color, then 2 in another color, then 2 in one color, then 2 in another color, back and forth like that. Yeah.
It was torture, my friend. It was torture. And I've been to a war zone.
Yes.
And I've met Joe in person, so
it's horrifying.
So this then goes on to other bits. Has either of you actually stopped buying a set because of a review you've read?
Well, I definitely did not buy the Sonic set, but that wasn't the only reason.
That's because you watched the live stream with me and Craggle torturing.
No, that's because you incessantly talk about it all the time. No. Actually, the one negative review I read, which actually didn't prevent me from buying it, we've already mentioned, the Titanic. I read a review on it that was kind of like a 3 out of 5 review. I was expecting like a huge review. Dude was being a little picky about it. He's like, why doesn't it? it breaks into 3 pieces. Why doesn't it break completely in half, like where the actual one broke? I'm like, that's a weird complaint, but okay, I'll accept it. But then he mentioned that uh, adding the portholes and all the windows was extremely tedious, and it made me pause for a second. I'm like, can't be that tedious. It's Lego. And about 3 hours into building portholes and windows over and over and over again, I hate to say it, I agree with him. It was a fun build up until then. It was a very interesting build. You better like the Titanic if you're going to build that thing, because it was interesting. That's all. So no, it didn't prevent me from buying it, but it gave me pause for a second.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know what? I know there has been instances where I've been quite excited for a set when I've read a description about it, like a leak or even just someone says, "Oh, this is coming soon," and then even like seeing the first pictures of it, I've been like, "Oh, I think I'm gonna get that," and then when people have had hands-on experience, I've gone, "Oh, okay." And not bought the set, but I've been thinking for the last few days, ever since Sam warned us what today's topic would be, to think of an example of that, and I honestly can't think of a single one. But there definitely has been instances. It's not so much reviews that I've read. I think with Lego, it's more. I'm a Lego YouTuber. It's more people on YouTube or even Instagram who have had on-hand experience of it. They, where they've done a video about it or they've done a post on Instagram about it. I myself have done reviews, videos, although I haven't done one I think in about 2 years. But
and your reviews, to put it lightly, your reviews are always very honest, and I appreciate your honesty.
Yeah.
I mean, aggressively honest, but yes. Okay, sorry, just one sec. I imported the Sonic set to Studio. 242 1x1 plates.
Yep, yeah. Sounds about right.
Oh, jeez. Okay, yeah, that sucks. Anyway, sorry, keep going.
And, I'm trying to think of an actual example, but there has been, and I just can't think. Maybe it's because my brain is so old now, it just doesn't work properly, but...
You're in your 30s!
I know, barely, but...
You're falling apart.
I honestly don't look at Lego reviews, that people have left on Lego.com or like on Amazon, in terms of like the written reviews. It's one of those products where I don't look at that.
Yeah.
Other stuff, I will look at reviews and see, okay, what's people said and stuff. I don't even think I actively go looking for videos or Instagram posts anyway. It's just if I come across those, they sometimes in the past have swayed me away from something. Also, sometimes I know seeing something and going, "Oh, actually, that's cool. I didn't realize it had that functionality, or that technique was there," have made me get something that perhaps I was on the fence about before. But yeah, Lego, I feel like I often purchase more with my heart than my head. I don't go into it doing the kind of research that I do when I'm making other purchases, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, I kind of agree with that, with what you're saying.
And you know what? I think part of that is I do want to be surprised. Like sometimes it's cool to know that, oh right, okay, I'm going to buy this set because so and so in their video showed off this cool building technique. Mm-hmm. And other times I just want to go into the set, into building the set myself and be surprised and have the enjoyment of discovering that as I'm building. So I purposely stay away from reviews, which is really bad because if I want to try and get my channel back up and going again, I start to review videos. And right now on a podcast, telling people that, hey, don't listen to reviews because this is all the enjoyment.
The other thing is I will seek out the opinions of my friends or, being part of other Lego communities like the Bricks and Space community. It can be a blessing and a curse because, as I've said before, I love the Bricks and Space community, but goddamn are those people pedantic, and I am one of them, I know. the
Me and Sam just go utterly silent then.
yeah. Silent agreement. I can't see both of you going.
No, you've got Sam's avatar and a picture of yourself licking and tickling a microphone.
Yeah. No, but like with the latest NASA release, the shuttle carrier aircraft and the space shuttle.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, that's pretty good for the scale. It's pretty good. And then I just go in on like, hear what the some of the space fans are saying about it. They're like, this isn't accurate. I'm like, oh man, this is what I sounded like with the Saturn V. Yeah, so what? The second stage is a little longer than it needs to be. So what? Yeah.
So I'm glad you mentioned that, Joe, because
Okay.
I don't often read reviews.
Oh no.
But I do listen to what others say.
Yeah.
So I've always, if it's been a set, I know someone in my friend group, my Lego friend group, likes, like the Saturn V. I followed Scott's example on that. Scott showed me first, and I was like, yeah, cool. And I ended up with one. And then ended up with a few more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, these weird things happen. And then came Concord. I think I got Concord after you did, Joe, because you said you enjoyed it.
Yeah, what did you think?
And I loved it.
Yeah.
But I never sit there. I like Craggle and yourself. Never read anything on the Lego.com website because I sit there in fear I could end up down a rabbit hole, and as evidenced by the game, yes, there is a rabbit hole there to be had, or a prison shower.
Again, not kink shaming about rabbit holes or prison showers.
Yo, you do you, man. You do
Yeah,
whatever
man.
you want. And then, but occasionally I might look at the odd review.
Okay.
Just like a headline review that appears on the Facebook on Facebook timeline from, say, someone like, am I allowed to say? Oh, I'm going to say names, like someone like the Brothers Brick or something like that.
Oh right, yeah.
Or from Brick Nerd. If they've done a review of a particular set, I might be inclined to read it.
Yeah.
But I don't often actually go out and seek a review before I buy it. I normally just go where the wallet and the heart want.
Well,
you spend that cheddar.
As far as reviews of sets, it's like, what's your goal here? Are you excited that Lego has decided to recognize your particular thing that you like so much? Are you excited about the fact that, oh my God, Lego has come out with a Sonic Sega set, and does that excitement blow away the complaints you might have about having 250 1x1 plates in it that are very tedious? Like, what is it you're going for? Is it the build process, or do you want something to display to show everyone that you love this thing? Because you can get through a bad build process. How long did it take me to build the Millennium Falcon? That took so long. And it got tedious near the end. It really did. And it's way huge. Like, it's impossible to display in a normal fashion. But I still loved it. And it's currently in 1,000 pieces in a box somewhere because reasons.
Which is funny because it was only 500 pieces when you bought it.
I know, right? It was only half 1,000 pieces, and now it's 1,000. Or guys, sitting behind me is my version of the UCS Star Destroyer. I was so disappointed in that Star Destroyer and how flimsy and how studdy it was. I redesigned it. I don't write reviews. I redesign it to be better.
Well, that goes on to my next question, which was, have either of you left any written reviews before. And Joe, from the sounds of it, that's a big negative because you just go, I'm not happy with it. I'll do my own fucking
I'll
thing.
do my own thing. Thank you very much. Yes.
And
I'm the
Craggle,
kind of guy who gets multiple emails from Amazon and eBay going, "Hey, please review the products you bought." And I'm like, "Fuck no." I will leave a review like on Amazon or eBay if something goes wrong. But if something goes right, then on eBay I do tend to give feedback on it because I know that's how eBay works. But it takes
Right.
me a while now. Whenever
Yeah.
I go at like the end of a month or end of like I say a month, end of like 3 months, I'll go through and just go, great eBay arrived as
Yeah.
described quickly, A+, and just put
A+.
that like 12 times or whatever, you know. But I know it's a harsh thing, but I'm more often, you know, if I'm going to leave a review, not necessarily talking about Lego here, it's because something's gone wrong, which I know is sad, but
You know what? Weirdly, I'm the opposite. I don't leave reviews for like if it's a large company, but on like Bricklink, I'll always leave a positive review because
oh yeah, Bricklink as well,
99% of
yeah.
the time it's a small business and they I know what it's like trying to ship out things on time. It sucks.
Bricklink's like eBay. That's how
Yeah.
it works, though.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it kind of works on that
Amazon don't
reputation.
need my fucking reviews. You
They
know what I mean?
don't know.
I hate buying from Amazon. I hate the company, but it's a necessary evil in these
Ugh.
times, you know?
They're going to still sell
Necessary.
batteries or sponges or whatever you buy from them, aren't they? So,
Well, they made themselves necessary. you
Yeah,
know,
they
basically.
forced
Yeah.
themselves to be necessary. Yeah.
Yeah.
I we're talking about reviews, Sam, but like us giving reviews, Craggle and I both have had way too many negative experiences with, trying to run a Lego adjacent business and getting just the most whackety schmackety do negative reviews on our stuff. And sometimes I just look at them and go, what were you expecting? Like,
Sam has had more experience than me. To be honest with you, I haven't had any bad reviews on my stuff.
Okay.
I've had bad comments from people who haven't purchased anything. It's like, well, just don't buy it then. Like, you know, or mostly it's normally like, oh, why did you make it so expensive? I can buy like 25 knockoff minifigures from China for $2. Well, go fucking buy a knockoff.
Then go do that.
You know. You didn't. I'll design a figure and I'll design it a certain way, which I think is representative of the character and is also indicative of my style. And I'll get one person going, "Oh, you should have added this," another person then going, "Oh, I'm really glad you didn't add this, but I want you to add this." And it's like I can't please everyone. I design it how I want to, and then if people like it, they buy it. But I do get. Yeah, I get people normally sort of kicking off who haven't purchased.
Yeah.
I'm tempting fate here, so I'm going to knock on wood.
Yeah.
But so far, everyone who's purchased has given me positive feedback. But I know Sam on Etsy has had some absolute fucking clowns, to be technical with you.
There's been some fucking brilliant ones on my Etsy.
Can we bring up your Etsy feed? Can we see some of these reviews? Can we do that?
Let's see. I'm not sure if any of them are still.
Have they gone now? Have they?
Oh,
I mean, I've sent screenshots.
Yeah. I've got one.
Okay.
It will tickle your pink. Give me a sec.
Did you say it will tickle your pink or tickle you pink?
Tickle you pink. Yeah. So here we go.
My pink is being tickled.
Right,
Craggle, quick, off the top of your head, what am I referring to when I say my pink?
Your mangina?
Yes.
This was one of my favorite ones. I got one star, but I got good.
What?
Good 5 times, but only 1 star.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I mean, like
good. 1 star.
I mean, where was the one I got the other day, Craggle, that said you can't do it without a computer?
Well, that's not another day. That was an old one. That was, I think. It was
Or no.
I downloaded the system okay, but a computer go up on there. Was it?
Was it there?
Go up a bit more. Where is it? It was on page 2, I think.
Yeah, there you go. Downloading system okay, but computer is absolutely necessary.
The digital instructions, like.
These are digital instructions, yes.
Oh yeah. This is on for the Stargate.
Well,
Yeah.
what was the one as well that said like having difficulty opening it and left you a 3-star review? I mean, I feel like I should be grateful for giving you 3 stars, but it's like, why not just message you?
Why
Like
not
you would
just
literally
message
say
me?
in like everything, like please give me
Yeah, having a hard time opening it.
3 stars.
Or I love one review I got was like, "This is the most incredible mock I've ever built. This is so detailed, so many parts. It's wonderful. I love it." 4 stars.
2.5 stars.
4 stars. And I'm just
stars.
like, I don't know what to say to that.
That's it. I mean, some of these, I'm let it be said, I'm more than grateful to anybody who's actually gone out there and purchased any of my stuff.
And I'm sometimes hard on the Bricks and Space community, but like I love those guys, and I don't mean to sound reliable. I don't mean to sound negative about it, but anyway, sorry.
He does. All he does is slag you off. Bricks and Space people, if you're listening, do not buy from this man. He just slags you off all the time. Honestly,
that's okay. They don't have to buy from me anymore. All my good stuff has been stolen by Chinese companies. What? Anyway,
I think it's been deleted, but there was one, I swear, that was like, it was criticizing the Ecto 1 build, and it was like, both me and my friend have built this, you've got the instructions wrong, it's the wrong parts with that, and I think you messaged them and said, I'm sorry you're having difficulty, can you show me? And they sent you photographs, they were using completely the wrong pieces in the wrong place.
Oh yeah, that was a message. That was in my messages. That one was, rather than a review. But yeah, I remember that one because I've had some cracking messages, and I'm sure you probably did it in the
yeah, because I think they messaged me on my Instagram as well, because obviously it was something we did in collaboration together, and they were like, "Yeah, it does not work at all." I'm like, "Really?" Like
show me.
Like obviously I built the original, but then from the instructions, Mrs. Craggle built rebuilt it to check the instructions for us.
Yeah,
and she didn't had no problems with it, and you built your one as well, which we took to Brick Festival. And they sent the photographs over, and it was like, that is completely the wrong piece, and I don't even know why you put it there.
Do you know what? There was someone who did that with the Stargate as well. They put the wrong. They were going, I can't make this stand up like you've done in your images. How have you made it do this? I don't understand. I said, well, show me the bit in question that's causing you a problem. And no, when you've just spent so long designing something and looking at something, you know which pieces belong in your set and which pieces don't belong in your set. You can tell, right?
Yep.
But what you can tell even more, and you don't even need to know your set, is when it's the wrong fucking colour. And you're there looking at it and you're going, well, none of the pieces in this set are white. Why have you got a white brick that is also the wrong length? That'll be the source of all your problems.
Okay, sorry. This is a little side plot, but the number one comment I get on my launch umbilical tower back here, the number one question or comment is that pink brick necessary?
You're like, yes, you have to tickle the pink.
That is that is a load-bearing Unikitty. I wanted to show this because I started unpacking my B-Wing. Do you see what's in the B-Wing cockpit?
Oh, brilliant.
Unikitty is in the B-Wing cockpit. I forgot about that. And our dear friend...
I forgot just how much you and Sam love things with one horn.
Good night, everybody.
We do indeed.
Spacetime Brick Studio, it says, looks like I need to leave some more reviews. Yes, you do, sir.
Yeah, and not just the Titanic one that we saw at the start of this podcast.
I don't know if he's allowed to, but at some point we need to get on and tell us about what it was like dealing with customers in a Lego store.
I mean, I'm probably sure he's had some comments, much as like we've had.
From what I gather, without going into spoiler territory for a potential future episode, I think
that's right.
The management than the customers.
I served for 18 months at Taco Bell, and still I love Taco Bell, and Satan only knows why.
So, I'll show you this one first because this will make Craggle laugh, and I know he enjoys these sort of things.
We've kind of departed from the whole review thing, but yes,
it still kind of counts.
Okay,
and then I'll get back. I'll briefly get back on subject before.
I'm just worried how we're going to bring this to some sort of conclusion of like we've all said we don't leave reviews, so we don't leave reviews.
And basically, we've just said, fuck everyone who leaves reviews on our stuff.
We need to try and wind this up.
Quick, we need to be positive.
Positive message.
Yeah.
Since the very first video on my channel was a review video.
I can't actually show this message without giving away the seller's information. So I'm not going to.
Someone. Okay.
All right, just tell us then. Just read it out loud.
So I got a message that says there's one of those auto help things on Etsy, but it goes, "You need help with," and it says an item arrived damaged. Now bear in mind, I sell digital instructions. Your ideal resolution: replace. And it says, note for seller, good day to you. When I go to download the zip file from the OneDrive link in the README PDF, it brings up a OneDrive folder, but then the folder is empty. There's nothing to download. And I was like, okay, maybe I fucked up the link here. I mean, it could happen.
Oh, and it's happened to me.
Yeah, we've all done
it.
I haven't.
I make minifigs. Yeah. I'm about to be
an electrical engineer.
Goddamn right I am.
I mean,
right, AJ?
Thinking about it, this is the guy who might have said a computer is absolutely necessary.
Oh, really? Go on.
No.
Because the screenshot he sent me is a picture of the OneDrive app on mobile device. And I've put, hi, so-and-so, thank you for getting in touch. Apologies for the issue here. I downloaded the file that you have received and the link works okay on a desktop or laptop. But I'm not sure why it comes up blank on a mobile device. Are you able to try the link, open the link on a laptop or a desktop? If that doesn't work, I'll forward you the file separately. Let me know. Thanks, Sam. Never heard from him again. And now I'm piecing together that 3-star review might have been from him.
That he just didn't get back to you.
Yeah, he didn't get back to me, but he did. Just in
he
review
probably
form.
could have done it if you used a web browser to download it. In all fairness, I think the whole thing with the app is that you can only download stuff that you specifically had this shared with. If I remember correctly.
Yes, yeah.
I mean, I think that's not you. That's just the app. Like
that's it. Yeah. So back on topic.
Peter, I can never talk to you ever again, man. You know why this is offensive to me.
So I'm just going to blatantly ignore the little side argument Joe and Spacetime are having in the chat.
Oh, it was so funny when Joe thought he had an ally when Spacetime came on here. And we talked about the electrical engineer, and then started talking about how many degrees he had over Joe.
I know, right?
Excellent.
Yes.
That's once in a 240 world.
Yeah.
So, how long, if you guys do, how long do you watch a review video for? Now, Craggle, I know you're in a slightly different element because you make them.
Well, so apparently, I
allegedly, he makes reviews.
I'm gonna have a look at my channel now and see when was the last time I did an actual review video. Bear in mind, my channel's been dead for like 2 years.
Oh, jeez.
So, whilst Craig was looking that information up, Joe, go on.
if the review starts with a dude going, like, laughing to himself and pointing up at some words,
oh god,
it lasts 2 seconds and I'm gone. You know, I really do like short form reviews of someone who, like, you know, goes through and just like, this was a good set, this was my favorite part. They're not trying to talk your ear off. They're like, this is the best part of it. This is what I liked about it. This is what I didn't like about it. Give me the information. Don't laugh and point out words on the screen, you freaking losers. Anyway,
wow.
No, I honestly, like, I'll watch some of Craggle's reviews because Craggle is my friend and I think he's hilarious, but looks aren't everything. But besides that, yeah, I just yeah, if I'm thinking about buying a set, I'll generally find a review, or by the time I get around to it, I've already been fed a review on Instagram or something where I go, oh yeah, okay, yeah, no, that confirms the yearning in my bosom. I don't know.
Okay, I have an update. If we're going for official set, the last official Lego review,
oh no,
long form, was 2021.
Jeez.
Was that about the second or third time you had COVID?
If we're going for unofficial stuff, the last review I did was
the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
It was the microscale Saturn V, and that was in 2023. Oh no, it was. No, you are right. It was not. Yeah, that was a Lego, and it was like a custom one. Something that wasn't Lego at all was the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and also it was March 2023. So yeah, so it's been about 2 years, which is funny because Sam knows this as well. I think you knew as well. Basically, I pre-ordered a real Ghostbusters, the collector's action figure from Mondo. Around the time my daughter was born end of last year. It's been delayed 3 times now, and yet influencers in the last couple of weeks have done unboxing videos going about how great it is and how Mondo sent it to them for free early and all this kind of stuff. And I already did was a comment on there. People were saying like, "Oh, it's been delayed again." And this third delay came after I'd seen these unboxing videos, and I just put a comment point. This is really weird because if I was an influencer who hadn't paid for it, I would have had mine by now with like a thinking face. That's all. It got tons of likes. And then this one person put on there, comments on there going, "So Lego shouldn't send you your order early for you to review to your 22,000 subscribers." I'm like, "Sir, Lego has never sent me a damn thing early or for free."
Do
but
you
thank
know
you for checking out my channel. Yeah. And then he just kept on going on, and it got to the point I was like, it was, it's not a matter of life and death and all this kind of stuff. I mean, I stopped replying to him. Other people were replying to him, but I just said like, why does it have to be a matter of life and death? People are allowed to be disappointed, frustrated, upset by things other than that. More to the point, why are you on the internet trying to tell people how to feel? Like, what is your, I don't get it. Like, if you're not unhappy, fine, but why are you telling people who are unhappy, be happy, damn it, that it's been delayed? Well, yeah, it just made me laugh that he thought that I'd gotten sets from Lego early when I haven't done a review video in 2 years. I'm not part of the land, never fucking will be.
Yeah.
This podcast, amongst other things. And don't let the 22,000 subscribers fool you. That's a
fool you.
I'm hemorrhaging subscribers faster than I can get new ones. My channel's been dead for various reasons. Main reason because I don't fucking upload any content. For about
you only have yourself to blame.
In fact, YouTube actually told me this week, "Hey, your views have gone up by 175% because you started uploading videos again."
Cheers.
Thanks for that great insight, YouTube.
Thanks, buddy. I know this is a slight tangent, but I had a similar experience where last year, one of my videos of the Battle of Endor scene had 80,000 likes and 100,000 views, or 300,000 views or something. And then one of the last videos I posted got 150 likes, and Instagram's like, this one is performing better than 90%, a solid 90% of your other stuff. So like, you should post another one. And I'm like, I don't know. I kind of burned out all that adrenaline from that 80,000 like one.
Yeah, and you know what? I gotta be honest, and this is where I'm going to start upsetting people if I haven't already.
All right, good night, everyone. You should leave now.
I almost feel like, with a few exceptions, the Lego video review space has been killed. And what I mean is that, you know, whereas before you'd have, you know, at least 4 or 5 that I knew of, probably way more, different YouTubers with different personalities, with different setups, getting the sets, you know, buying them from themselves, you know, or you'll find them on shelves, you know, before the release date, and reviewing them and giving their thoughts through their own quirky lens. Now, I feel like Lego has got such a tight leash on this now, such a monopoly. They control the narrative, if you will, for lack of a better phrase, that with the LAN, whereas the LAN was, you know, it was there, but it wasn't a massive thing. Most people who did Lego review videos probably weren't in the LAN. Now they control it. You know when a video has been approved, or when a set has been approved to go live for reviews, because you'll have about 6 or 7 people all drop their reviews on the same day. They almost always got the same fucking setup with the white background, with the white shelves and the Lego sets behind them, or they have the one blue, one pink LED lights and stuff, and they have themselves at a desk pointing at the set, you know, on the thumbnail.
Ukulele music in the background.
You know, they do the head bobbing thing, which I fucking can't stand. You know, why are they a bobblehead? And I just feel like, I just look at that and I just go, oh, that's enough. And just turn it off. Like, you know, I know people like that, but I just feel like, you know, it's taken the personality out of Lego reviews. I used to watch people because I like the personality and I like their unique perspective on what the set, you know, what they were looking for in a set. Now it just comes across as just regurgitated stuff for people who get sets for free from the LAN, who have a certain guidelines. I mean, I know they definitely do have guidelines. Whilst they say, "Oh, Lego doesn't stop me from saying that if something's negative," there's restrictions on how and what they can say. And every now and again, I feel like they do an obligatory negative post just to try and show that, hey, I still have credibility.
I'm still independent.
You fucking don't. No, you don't. And the people, you know, they're not going to listen to this, but if they did, they know exactly who they are.
And for those of you who don't know what LAN is, it stands for Local Area Network. It's a computer term.
It's the Lego Ambassador Network.
Yes, the Lego Ambassador.
Back in the day,
I knew it meant Lego Ambassador Network. I mean,
it sounds great. It sounds like it sounds great in theory. I applied for it back in the day, but that was like when there was only a few people on there. But now it just feels like there is like almost a squadron of reviewers, and you see them on their social media posts. They meet up and they're all pally and they're all like kind of a clique and everything, and they're all like, "Oh, so good, me and so," and they go to the same events that Lego invite them to, but all their content looks the fucking same. And I just think I cannot be arsed with this. Like, you know, it's like the fucking Stepford Wives of Lego. Honestly. Yeah, there you go. Sorry. We got to an hour and I handed a rant, so I had to put a rant.
I mean, thank you.
We were due. We were due for a rant. Methinks she protests too much.
You can't use that. You don't even know the origin of that phrase.
I don't. I don't.
I feel the LAN is going to be a subject that comes up repeatedly, but also probably in a whole episode of its own.
Yeah. Which I might strategically not come to.
Spacetime says, I need to be told what to think repeatedly, so I'm convinced to buy a set I probably wasn't going to get by. Very cool, iconic. Every set is iconic.
I wish they would stop using that word, though. That is the one thing I have noticed. Like, okay, yes. I get it. You have a series called Lego Icons. Stop using that word everywhere.
I mean, I use the word iconic, and I hate myself for it because...
And we all hate you for it.
The term I'm using it for... The definition that I'm trying to use it as doesn't mean anything. So people hear iconic, and they just think, oh, it's cool. It has no meaning. It no longer means... iconic, like it's symbolic, like this is a symbol for everything about this thing.
The Star Destroyer is iconic. The Saturn V is iconic. The Concorde is iconic. But like
the boogie I picked out my nose and stuffed up my arsehole is iconic.
So, before as to sort of to wrap this up, if there was an incentive, would you leave reviews? Now, when I say incentive, like insider points or gift cards, would that encourage you to leave a review, or would you still go no?
If there was insider points, I definitely would.
Yeah, insider points for doing that.
One letter. It's put like a space bar.
Period. Just A. Period. How was your last sexual experience? If there were incentives, it might encourage me more, but I'm also just like, my ADD is such that I'm always trying to just cut out things that like are obligations, and like I don't have to do that. So even with motivation like that, I might not. I know that sounds weird.
It's got me scanning my instructions to QR codes, and you get like, what was it, like half a pence, if that, I think, per one.
You get 1,000 points for that. There are 250,000 1x1 plates in that Sonic the Hedgehog set.
Yeah. And to go back to my original point about like the LAN now, what I mean about it's killed it. It's not only now do you have like this squadron of people all doing the exact same thing with the exact same setup, almost indistinguishable from each other, because they have the advantage of getting those sets early. They're going to get the immediate views. People are going to click on them because they want to see this set, in a video. Yeah. So people then who used to buy the sets are at a disadvantage, because by the time they buy the set, film the video, edit it, put it up, it's on to the next thing. People have already seen half a dozen or a dozen review videos, and I miss that. I miss the space where review videos were consumers sharing their thoughts, as opposed to people who are basically on the company's payroll.
Give or take, yeah. I mean, they're not paid, but they are given the ability to make money off of what Lego has done. Yeah. I get that. And that's so, Sam, to answer your question, the ultimate question here is, reviews have the ability to sway me, but I generally just do with Lego what I want to do. And I got some negative feedback about the Lego SLS, and I didn't care because it was the SLS. I liked it. It was a rocket. Lego made a rocket for me, just for me. And I enjoyed it. Too many stickers. Again, too many stickers. Way too many stickers. Yeah. But no.
Here's what I'm going to say. My thoughts on reviews: do not let people on the internet tell you what to do or what to think.
And that's good. That's good life advice. That's good life advice right there.
If you do that, you have now listened to someone on the internet telling you what to do.
Unless you download it from shit. We send out cassette tapes of this podcast.
We got old school media.
Yes, VHS CD. Of the cast.
We send out wax recordings.
We do that old thing that Netflix used to do. We'll send a CD to your house through your letterbox.
Fuck that. We do vinyl, baby.
We'll send Joe to your house so we can reenact a podcast and do all three parts.
Okay, kids, we're at an hour 15, so
right. As Joe eloquently tries to always steal my fucking thunder.
I'm just trying to remind you, you asshole. What's up?
I'm going to force him to go first. Joe, sell your wares and sundries to us. Wrap it up.
Sure.
For what has been an exciting episode, an exciting season 2.
Yes. Okay. Well, you can come see me under Skylab Bricks on Etsy and Instagram and also Flickr. I forgot I had a Flickr account. I'm getting back on there and I'm going to upload some stuff. But also, right now, I'm most active on Rebrickable. Um, and looking to upload a couple new instructions here shortly. And I am busy working on the launching Skylab set, which I will be calling The Rise of Skylab. Obviously, I can't do a regular Saturn V. It has to be the Skylab Saturn V. But anyway, come check out my wares and sundries. I have instructions for all your midlife crises, as long as it's space related.
Excellent, Joe. Thank you very much, good sir.
Yes, I am the only moving face on here.
Yeah, I don't chance it.
Uh-huh.
Craggle. Lick that microphone and tell us what's good, sir.
Oh, I forgot that picture was still on there. I'm going to share my screen if that's okay. So here is my beautiful website, cutthecraggle.com. Please head over there and have a look. I have lots of custom minifigures in stock. I also, in the last week, have launched pre-orders for a V2 release of my real Ghost Smashers minifigures. They have been requested so much in the last 2 years. I've had dozens, more than dozens, 1,000 of requests to re-release these. These aren't exactly the same as the original ones. They are a V2 release to preserve limited editionness of the first ones, but you can buy the 4 real Ghost Smashers as a collection. I also have a brand new variant of my sassy receptionist as well. These aren't going to be made
all over her face.
Right on the kisser.
Right, yep. Right on the vacuum hole. Anyway,
these aren't going to be set to a preset amount like previous Ghost Smashers collections. These are being made to order. Pre-orders are currently open. They're going to close on the 5th of July. After that cutoff, I'm only making however many pre-orders I've received. So if you don't get them, then that's your fault. Sorry to say.
How long would it take to receive? If I were to go on there and order the sassy receptionist.
Mm-hmm. So at the moment, the estimated shipping is October 2025.
Okay.
On there. So yeah, so it'll be October is the estimated one. That can change, but if there's any changes, you'll be notified by email anyway on there. Okay. I'm generally pretty good with my estimated shipping on there. There's been a couple of times where they've been delayed due to errors with parts and stuff on there because I want to make sure that they're perfect for you. But I think I've got a pretty good track record. But, if pre-orders aren't your thing, I also got a lot of stuff in stock as well. Particularly my Doctor House stuff has been doing quite well recently. You know, there's a lot of things on here are sold out.
Dr. What?
And whilst they're not necessarily limited edition, it doesn't necessarily mean they're going to be restocked. So, yeah, check that out. Okay. Especially my third Doctor minifigures, sexy as. Yeah.
Very
sexy. You want it. Anyway, above than that, you can find me on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. I've started putting stuff on TikTok as well. So, yeah, there's that. And, yeah, please go and support me because I'm on unpaid leave now. And
oh, no.
I need monies to survive.
Okay.
Yeah. Also, I forgot what I was going to say now because I just saw this one. The sexy receptionist for Ghost Smash. Oh
boy,
AJ, man.
Sam.
Okay, Sam.
Over to you.
Yes. Well, I am me. I am Sam, the Brickkeeper. You can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and yeah, those places. But more importantly, check out my Etsy store, baby. Yeah.
We already did, Sam. We already looked at the horrible reviews.
There were lots of good reviews on there.
Hey, look, I have stars. There are stars up here. Yeah.
Stars.
You can get instructions, digital instructions, not paper ones. And yes, you do need a computer for various things, including the TARDIS, some sonic screwdrivers, because I released the War Doctor screwdriver the other day. You all thought I wasn't going to do it, but I did.
It took you like 4 years, right?
Jeez.
Yeah, right. Yeah, stop rubbing it in, Craggle.
I heard a rumor that you're going to be doing a set version of that as well, so we can get by the pieces and the instructions together. Is that right?
Or rub it in harder, Craggle.
So you can hear that rattling. That is literally the parts in their picking containers on my desk, ready. I'm just waiting for one more order to come in. I've prepared all the boxes. I need to do a load of printing at the office and take all the office toner.
Don't say that out loud.
But yeah, there will be a physical set to go along with the 10th Doctor one. But the 10th Doctor one, guess what? Is also getting restocked. Yes.
He has sold half and dozen.
No, I have one left in stock.
Okay.
I have sold 9, Joe. Yeah.
Nice.
But yeah, I'll be restocking those, and then there will be another set to go with it, which will be the War Doctor actual set. And
Nice.
Rumors have it, you might be able to pick that up as early as next Wednesday.
Nice.
Who knows?
Ooh.
Stay tuned on the old socials for information.
Sorry,
If I bully you enough, will we get more sonic screwdrivers?
You already know the answer to that. It's a resounding yes. Because I definitely respond to peer pressure, especially when it comes from you two.
Yeah.
I learned this a long time ago. Yes.
So, yeah.
Drink it, Sam. Do it.
There are others in the queue that I'm working on. There's a slightly unfinished design for the 11th Doctor that I need to make a little bit more sturdy. But yes, there are others existing. So, yeah. Check that out. Check out this amazing, fandabulous, dozy podcast on whichever platform that you subscribe to or listen to, whether that be Spotify, Apple, YouTube, wherever, whatever. Thank you for coming along on this ride. Leave a review, leave a comment, leave a review. Tell us
only positive, please.
Tell us what's wrong with it, or right with it, and yeah, thank you, everyone.
Therapist for that.
We're also the podcast is also on Instagram and on those other places, Facebook, yes, and TikTok, where you can see some of our highlighted best moments, where we say stupid things, like Joe did earlier. That's going to get clipped forever and remembered for all of eternity.
Yeah, and Sam, thank you for being our producer, by the way, for doing all the cutting and making sure we don't get arrested for things we've said.
Oh, no. I leave those bits in, Joe.
Yes! Woo!
I'm making sure we have zero chance of progressing further in life.
Yes!
Or on the land.
I love the fact that you said you weren't going to say this is the last episode of the season before we went live. You're just going to say you're top and tailing. And then literally like the second sentence was, this is the last episode of the season.
Yeah, I forgot about that line.
Yeah. But yeah, go ahead.
Go on, Joe. I'll let you.
Oh, I was just gonna hint. We've got ideas. They're not necessarily good ideas or bad ideas, but they are ideas for season 3.
And you won't have to wait long. No. I see that some people are already getting excited, as in when.
Oh, that's AJ. He's just an excitable person.
I mean, he gets excited over you, so it's understandable.
Hey, AJ, get excited. I'm going to be in Utah next week.
Oh, dear. Yes.
And I'll be recording from the road, so...
Season 3 will be soon.
I just love him if he said that in a Cockney accent, because it would sound like I'm going to be in Utah next week.
A Cockney. You've told me not to do a British accent, and I'm not going to.
No, last time you did it, you were trying to make fun of how aroused I was.
Oh, I seem to be. Oh dear, I seem to be engorged.
He just turned into Miss Marple.
Oh no.
Okay, and on that disaster.
Toodaloo.
Fucking hell.
AJ, I stopped listening at I'm gonna be in you.
I mean, it could be saying thank you. It could be saying, I'm going to be in you, Tar. He's being polite.
Okay.
So, yeah, season 3, you won't have to wait very long.
Don't say that. Don't make
Okay, Sam, bring this train wreck to a halt, would you?
It's going to be good. We're all good. We'll see you all later. Everybody say goodbye. Thanks to everybody in the chat. Mrs. Craggle, AJ, Unicorn Doris, Joe's ex-wife, Emily.
What did Joe say to Emily this morning? I'm going to be in you, Tar.
Good night, everybody.
Space time. Thank you, everybody. We'll see
Always
you again
remember
soon.
to thank your sexual partners. That has cost nothing. Bye.